Thompson, a freshman today, 6 of 8 from three-point range. I asked Coach Lansing this: are you in a good spot right now where teams, the way they have to defend you is to, that they have to guard against the drive, which leaves you open for some shots. Now you're starting to hit them. It must be a good feeling for you to know that right now you can hit them both ways.
Yeah, it feels good to be able to hit down the three, especially something. Teams don't really scout me to be a shooter anyway. But it was just catch and shoot threes, something I work on with coaches all the time. Me and JG do shooting drills every single day in practice when we come to competitions, and that just helped us, helped everybody, helped me, especially with shooting at night. So that's all it really was.
And Justin, you can elaborate on this too. As good as the shooting was for everybody in the first half, the defense from the first media timeout to the last media timeout of the first half was pretty impressive. Loyola had a lot of difficulty getting shots. Defense is always an identity that you guys want to have. And how successful do you guys think you're being right now in developing that identity? And how much does that first half kind of would be an example of that, I guess?
We took a lot from that Northern Iowa loss. We were right there with them defensively. That's what really messed us up against it. That's why we really lost the game was defensively. We gave up a lot of possessions, but when we went back and looked at the film, we were doing what we were supposed to do, principle wise, and staying to our coverages and reading everything right. So we took a lot from that, and we try to just apply that to this game now. They're a team that plays almost just like Northern Iowa as far as they pack in their defense, strong side help and things of that nature. So we had to take a lot from that hedge ball screens just like Northern Iowa does. So we took a lot from the Northern Iowa loss.
How about you, Justin?
Yeah, we just made it a big focus. Like you said, that's an identity we want to have. So coming into the practices ahead of this game, we really focused on that and did a lot of defensive drills and went over the plays and how we're going to guard them. And coaches gave us a great game plan, and we executed it to the T, and that's why we had so much success and made it hard for them to score and get into their offense.
Devontae Porter-Moser, Loyola's coach, said that, especially in terms of the guards, you guys are the most physical Valley team that he's played against this year. Do you think that's true at this point? How close do you think you are to being that?
I can't comment on it because we haven't played everybody in the Valley yet. So we respect that he said that from his point of view, but from our point of view, we haven't played everybody in the Valley yet, so we can't really say it. But we would like to be one of the most physical teams. Physical and toughness wins games, especially on the defensive end. But we can't say that yet.
Justin, by the same token, he also complimented the inside, your defense and Jake's and Kitch's defense. And Ben Jacobson did too on Wednesday. And where do you kind of feel like you guys are at interior defense-wise? And of course that meshes in with what's going on the perimeter. But kind of, if you had to take the temperature of the team's defense right now, where do you feel like it's at?
We're doing pretty good. When we watch film, we're doing a lot of good things. Earlier on in the conference, we were struggling helping the helper. Our initial help was good, but our second and third help and the rotation and stuff like that, where we're struggling at. So we've really, focused in on practice every day, and that's one of our, the main things we work on in shows, our defense and our rotations and stuff like that. So they were driving a lot tonight and setting a lot of ball screens, and that put me and Kitch and TJ and even Christian and Alex when they were guarding the four and opportunities to be a big help. We had to shadow the ball and hedge and stuff like that. So it puts us in opportunities for us to, show what we can do defensively. And like I said, we executed our game plan, and we did that. We took things away from them and helped us win.
Just the simplicity of getting a win after 2 losses in a row on the road. Just talk about the importance of, not letting those losses beat you again and develop under rhythm.
It's conference, so every game is important. And losing 2 straight really hurts you in conference. But when we look at things, we in 3rd place. We're in good spot right now to set us up to do something in February and in March. So we just got to stay the course and keep doing what we've been doing. Keep getting better every day in practice. Make every day important.
Justin, do you guys feel like you're finally starting to mesh and kind of figure out what this team is all about and kind of learning to play well with each other?
Yeah, starting off the year, we struggled a lot with that. We had a lot of new guys and people that hadn't played, minutes for us, and so that's why we struggled initially. And offensively, we were doing fine, but defense is what was hurting us. And now guys have bought in. They're buying into the defensive principles and the stuff that the coaches want us to do. And then the most important thing is that we've been really locking in on our scouting reports. taking things away from players with, what they like to do. If there's a shooter, we're chasing them out the line. Post guys, we're fighting them out not gonna let them get deep catches and things like that. So when we all focus in as a team, we become a really tough unit to play against.
Devontae, you guys, a lot of teams always say that they start with defense and they focus on defense, but you guys really seem like you truly do feed off of your defensive play on the offensive end. Do you feel that way? Do you feel you guys are really honed in on defense and that's really the key to why you guys are winning games?
Yeah, we're getting there. We're not there where we want to be as far as defensively, but we're getting there. We know to win any game, it starts with defensive end, especially defensive rebounding, which is Achilles heel for us is rebounding. So we know we got to rebound. We know we got to box out. We know you got to stop a man arena scout report. And when we truly lock in on it, we can be a good team.
Justin, I talked to the coach about you and Kid spent a lot of time in Montel James down low today. He had a lot of their workload with 18 points when he played 25 minutes of the game. Were you seeing anything on the floor that maybe forced him out of the game? Is it something they're just doing, or did you feel like that you and Kitch both were wearing him down to the point where he was just getting too tired and needed to take a seat?
I feel like we were, being aggressive with them. With our scouting report, we wanted to play off a little bit because we know they like to do a lot of high-low looks, so we wanted to try to take that away. And we knew he liked to crash the boards hard, so I feel like when shots came up, we struggled at times, but we did a pretty good job at hitting him hard and taking him out of situations for him to go boards and stuff like that. So staying on him the whole game, it's going to make you tired. It's going to wear down on you, but they did a good job. They still got boards and things like that we wanted to take away. So they